All right, so I promised that I would show you the next time I actually make a sublimation, sublimator cup. I'll show you the design. Now this is a highly requested design, so please don't, hold all your opinions. This design is not for me. So let me pull it up. This is the design we're gonna do right here. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I guess it won't come up because I have it in. Okay, there we go. So this is the design that I created on my own. Okay, someone gave me the idea from a meme, but as far as I know, there aren't any shirts out yet that, or I should say not very many shirts out, because every time you think you have a great idea, someone else had the same idea. And it's okay if they do. There's enough in this world for everyone. So once again, hold your opinions. This shirt is not for me. This is a highly request, and it's not going to be a shirt. It's actually going to be a cup. So, yeah, there we go. So I custom designed it. I didn't get it from any other source or anything like that. So I have my sublimation paper here, and I just turned my printer on, which is an Epson Eco Tank 2800 that you see right here, and I have it on Wi-Fi, so I am not using it hardwired at all. It is wireless. And these are my sublimation inks, and this is what you have to pay attention to when you are using this printer. And I've been using it quite a bit, and I've been impressed with how much is still left. So that's great. The black ink is higher because it had a larger bottle when I got the sublimation ink. It was a larger bottle, so that's why that one is full. But I love that you can readily see it here and everything. It tells you right here what colors go inside. It's so easy, and it doesn't spill or anything, but that's a different video. So I'm gonna pull it up here, and I'm going to excuse me, but I'm trying to do this and hold the camera and show you guys at the same time. So we're going to go right down here where it says print, pull it up, and these are all of my settings for people who have the same printer that I have. I already have a video on my settings, but you can see them here. I'm going to automatically, I'm going to uncheck that though. That always checks by itself like a default thing. And I'm just going to make sure my layout is correct before I go on, because I hate to waste ink and designs and all that stuff. So the reverse page orientation, we're going to take that off because that is what's having it look upside down. So we're going to take that off, turn it off, I mean. So now it just looks like it's backwards, which is the way we want it, because when you put it down on the cup, it's going to peel off in the correct direction. Always keep flip horizontally slide on in order for this to work out. So as you see here, it is backwards up here on the screen. And if you just want to double check yourself, if you're getting confused, just turn it off, and then you see it's sitting the way it's supposed to, okay? That is if you were looking at it straight on. But, like I said, we're going to do it on a cup, so we have to turn the design facing the cup, so it has to be upside down like that. That way when it comes off correctly. Okay, have all that set up. You got the printer and everything on. I'm gonna prompt it to print out, and sometimes I have issues with this printer. I don't know why, but we're gonna see what happens today. Okay, so it's prompting it to do it, and the paper just moved down, as you can see. So it's feeding through. And if you're new to my channel, this is the paper I'm using, sublimation paper. I got this from Amazon. Once I'm starting to do this quite a bit, it came with 110 sheets. But once I'm going to do this quite a bit, I'm going to find like a wholesale place where I can get a better deal on it. All right, so here it comes out. on my sublimation paper. And you want to make sure that the side that says A sub is facing up because the design is going to go, I hope I did it right. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Oh, how in the world did it do that? With 2 sheets of paper. Oh, weird. Okay. All right. So, as you see, it's like this. It looks backwards. But when you lay it down, if you can see through there, you see the wording spelled impeach. You see it's going from this side to that side like it's supposed to. That's another way to double check yourself to know before you even put this on the cup that you did it right, is to lay it down flat and you see the correct spelling is going in the correct direction. So you have your design laid down, printed correctly. So yes, it looks backwards like that, but just check yourself by doing that, okay? We're going to get this warmed up. We have our heat press pad here, and I have a piece of Teflon sheet. I normally don't use this Teflon sheet. This is used for when you're sublimating a t-shirt, but I won't need that because the paper that we just printed off of, that is sublimation paper, and it's just gonna go inside here, okay? And we're gonna pull this out. And it comes, as you see here, it comes with a gift box if you want to reuse the box. So here we go, here's the cup. And they suggest that you take either a, a lint roller or alcohol and rub around this. I like to use the lint roller and rub it to make sure all of the lint and debris that came in the cup when it was manufactured is not on there. Like you see those little specks there. See, all of that needs to come off. So we're gonna do that first. So here's my lint roller, and I can't do this really well while holding the camera, so I'm just gonna mock it for you guys, and then I'm gonna put the camera down and do it much better. But for right now, just for the content and to show you guys what I do, I just take a lint roller, and then I'm gonna pull this sheet off the lint roller because this is already used and I'm going to use a new sheet. But let me just show you what I'm going to do here for the sake of the video. Is you're just going to take it and roll this lint roller completely on it. So I'll be back in a few minutes because, like I said, I'm holding the camera and it's hard for me to do all of this by myself. Okay guys, so my regular camera that I record with, I don't have it on hand, so I just want to keep going. So I already showed you the pad that I'm going to keep, prop up on with the cup because the cup is going to be really hot. I'm going to take the lid off and I'll show you guys again. This is about as much lint that was on this cup this time. The other time, the sheet that I just took off was just a build-up from a few cups, okay? So this is what I do. I don't use the alcohol. I just feel like the alcohol it probably works, but this has been working for me, so I just use this instead, okay? All right, and I'm in a different location as well because I thought it would be easier for me to show you because I needed somewhere to prop the camera up. All right, so inside the cup is the little bottom part that sits on here. I forgot what they call it. It's kind of like the feet, but I forgot. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll put it on the screen what it's actually called because I like to be technical when I'm trying to show someone something. And I'm drawing a blank right now. My mind is just going completely blank. But anyway. And also, just before I move forward, this cup is recommended after you design it is to hand wash it only. All right, so that's adhesive on the bottom. I'm going to stick that on there, but I'm not worried about that at the moment, okay? All right, got my design right here as I showed you before. You need some heating gloves to use because this thing is going to get smoking hot. All right, so without further ado, let me show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take the cup, and if you see anything that looks like distractions in the video, I do apologize. You may see some fuzziness around the edges, but that's because I have it propped up on something so that I can show you guys. All right. So again, I'm going to put my sheet down, look at it, make sure it's going in the right direction, and then of course I want to turn my cup upside down, because when I stand my cup upright, my design is going to be upright, okay? So I don't want to lay it down like this, but I could. I actually could. Okay. Actually, I done ran into another problem. And you know what? I'm not going to even change this on the video. I'm not. But I'm not going to press this cup on, because I just realized I did it in the wrong orientation. I checked landscape, but it's in portrait. And so it must have did that when I was trying to show you guys exactly what to do. And so there's overlap here. Let's see. I don't know how to explain this, but the cup, when I finished up the design, it's supposed to be like this way. But when I do it this way, there's not enough paper to close it up. And when I turn it this way, that means my design is going to be going horizontally instead of vertical. So I need to go and print another one of these, because I just made a mistake with this. But this would work just fine on a shirt. And I don't think I have any more blank shirts. But I'm going to keep this because it'll work on a shirt. So this is the way it's supposed to go when you're using a cup, which is the landscape position. Long ways like this. This is the one, the portrait, if you can see the difference. The portrait, see how it's going straight up and down on the sides, like narrow. I don't know what you want to call that. So now we can put this on the cup, and the idea is to keep it from showing a seam. So I'm going to do that as well. And this is the shirt I'm going to sublimate on. It is 100% polyester. A lot of people don't like pure polyester shirts, but the only reason I like it is because it makes the design stand out with all the colors and everything. But you can do cotton. It just can't be 100% cotton. It has to be more polyester in the shirt than cotton. This is how, you see how much I have left on this side. You want this to kind of match up so that when you take it off, you don't have a definite line right there. Because I did that on my very first cup, and I don't want to do it again, okay? So I'm going to start taping it, and then I'm going to finish it off camera, because I want to make sure that I don't run out of space, because I didn't intend on doing this. This is an impromptu video. So with that in mind, I want to make sure I have enough space and all that good stuff. So I want to make sure it's absolutely in the middle. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take down my first side, and this is heat resistant tape. You cannot use any type of tape. You have to get heat resistant tape so that it can withstand the heat. Hence the name, okay? So I'm going to show you the first little step, and see, it's so hard for me to do this on camera. I'm not trying to hide anything. It's just that this is impromptu, and, you know, I just want to make sure I get it all right. So I want to get this straight, and eventually the videos will get better, because then I have more tools and everything to make the video much better, where I can, because I have to do all this alone. So alright, so I'm going to make sure that the design is at the very top of the cup. Okay, so I need just a piece of tape right now to hold this down, because it's going to keep moving. Another thing that you're gonna see at the end of this cup, because there's nothing at the bottom here, just all white. So this is gonna be pretty much just white because there's no more design at the bottom. But not all cups are like that, because some of the designs has design all the way to the end. Okay, so you kind of know pretty much where you can cut the paper as well. So I'm going to kind of like make my little spot here and cut this paper right in there. Yeah, I'm going to try to cut off some of the excess paper. I don't have a paper cutter yet. I'm working on that next. I don't have one because I really didn't know what I needed at first, and so I didn't want to just buy stuff. Now the reason why I'm not just gonna fold this paper down at the bottom of the cup, because it'll have that crinkle up look at the bottom and it'll look kind of raggedy. So I'm trying to do it on purpose and try to make it look as good as I possibly can. But like I said, I don't have a paper cutter right now, but I will be getting one. So I'm just gonna take this box and I already made like a little line. So I'm gonna take that box and I'm gonna draw a line right there, and I'm gonna take the cup up with the heat resistant tape, and then I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like. Now this may end up with some ink on the cup if I don't shave some of that off. I should have used a pencil, but I didn't have a pencil on hand. But I'm just showing you where I'm cutting. All right, so right now I just have one piece of tape holding it, and you have to pull that tape as tight as you can so that it will, you know, the design will come out right and it won't be stretched out of shape. So this is what we got going on here. Okay, so I'm just gonna make it a little tighter. Make sure I got this thing pulled really tight because we don't want it to move out of place. Okay, okay, so I can't remember if the settings remain from the last time, but here's the switch where you turn it on, and I think the settings are still the way they were from last time. So I know it's 40 seconds. I think it's 385 or something like that. So we're going to wait and see what it does. I think that's what it is. The only thing I'm concerned about is these numbers and the wordings here, the text and the text here. Other than that, I think we are good. See, because it's just white space right there. So this is a cup that I think this type of design is a design that you really can't go wrong too bad, because there's not anything to really line up like wallpaper or something like that. So for the most part, I think you're going to be good with this design. I'm going to do a Google search real quick to remind myself the settings. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this set up here. I'm going to put my heat press pad over here next to the easy press, and here's my Teflon sheet that goes on top of the design, which I honestly did not use the last time. All right, while that's still heating up, I can just show you this. So I'm gonna take this shirt, which is got a lot of wrinkles in it, and lay it down on my pad, and all I'm worried about is the area that's gonna accept the design. Okay, I got these shirts off of Amazon as well. This is the brand name Chase New Design. This is a small. So, and I don't have a Cricut press pad because they are $50. This was only $17, and it is the same exact size as the large Cricut pad. So you may want to look up this brand right here. This is not sponsored, but you may want to look up this brand on Amazon, because my channel is so small. Well, this one anyway, it's so small that I still have a small channel. What I'm talking about. But this channel is so small, just beginning, little baby channel. So I'm not sponsoring, it's not sponsored at all. So here we go. I just have it stretched out here on the counter. And then I'm gonna take this easy press and press it out. All right, so I got my heat resistant gloves on, and I'm only gonna use one because I'm holding the camera in this, my right hand. So you can just put it in there any way you want, but just remember you have to rotate it for 40 seconds again. So we got the settings going. It was easy, I just forgot how to do it. So I'll have to go through that and show you guys on another day. I've been spending a little too much time with it, so I'm gonna go on with it. All right, so I'm sticking the cup in, got on my gloves so it's safe, and I'm gonna push this down. All right, and then the timer instantly starts, as you can see right there, and it's gonna heat it up for 40 seconds. All right, time is up. All right, so then I'm gonna lift it up, okay? And I don't know if you can see that smoke, but it's smoking, and you see where it's sitting. So I want to just rotate it to make sure the other side get the same attention, okay? So here we go. Pressing down, as you can see there. It's pressed down, it's in there. All right, so we're gonna let it up here. And like I said, it's really hot, but you can't feel anything with these gloves on, okay? Oh, wait. All right. So I want to sit it down here. I did feel it getting warm with the the gloves, but it didn't burn me or anything. Pull it off, see what I got. And I feel bad because some people have a lot of tape on their cup. Well, I don't. With this one, I just didn't feel the need. So, woo, you guys, check it out. All right. So there it is. My skinny tumbler. I made this design, custom design, completely by myself. Okay, so I'm gonna take this little thing here. It's not that heavy. All I'm doing here is just pressing out the wrinkles where the design will go. Typically, I just turn on this and do it for a couple of seconds, but I've kind of gotten the hang of how long it can stay on the fabric and everything. Not too long with this polyester. So as you can see, I got the space that I need to be pressed out. Is nice and pressed out now. All right, and I'm to put it here. What I normally do is try to make it straight as I possibly can, and I try to do it 3 fingers from where the top of the neck of the shirt line here to the design. You don't want that design to be too high up, but you don't want it to be too low. So that's 3 fingers right there, and my finger is pretty close to, I think, pretty close to the design. So that's how I eyeball it. So it's not the proper way you do this, but again, I'm doing this with minimal tools and one hand. We have 8 seconds left. 2, 1, and done. Oh, hope it didn't mess up because I was trying to record this and do it at the same time. It's so hard. All right. Pull off the tape. And there it is. Yep, I forgot to put a roller on my shirt. The way I did my cup, I forgot to do that, but it's not bad. So it kind of smudged a little bit because I moved the paper trying to rip it off and take the the video. So if I didn't do that, it would look just like impeached, because you can see how impeached is nice and fresh and crisp. And then this looks a little shifted a little bit. So yeah, messed that part up. But otherwise, I think it came out good. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video, and thank you for watching. Any questions, please leave them down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification on this brand new channel. Support me.